everyone, it is currently 5:26 in the morning and I find myself unable to sleep after last night's stream. Not because I'm scared, but because I keep remembering the stuff that happened to me growing up. Now, I don't really talk about this. I've never been the one to really talk about it just because I'm like, who's gonna believe me? Maybe I'm just weird, whatever. But whenever I bring it up in my chat, people are always intrigued, which is not a reaction that I'm expecting. So, I thought it'd be fun if I did a little video talking to you guys about what I remember, what I'm currently trying to sleep through. Okay, so I want you all to keep in your mind that this is a very true story. I don't make up stuff. I'm not one to say there is a great beyond, and I'm not one to say there isn't. But having grown up with this, I can say that there's definitely energies out there that we cannot comprehend. I also want you guys to know that I am the type to just kind of brush it off and be like, whatever. But I cannot explain it. So, internet. My chat has enjoyed these stories. And for those of you who are new and haven't heard these stories, here you go. I'm making a video. Will I make more? I don't know. I'll just talk about this one specific thing. If I run into overtime or goes a bit too long, I'll make a part 2. But the experience I'm going to talk about this time is at my cousin's house. Now, she had a country house, like a pretty big estate, right? So 2 fields big, like fields. The house was a medium-sized 2-story. I want to say it's not a mansion, but it was like, let's just say you could comfortably sleep 8 people in it upstairs. Like it was pretty big. And when we went to stay there when I was a kid, there was a little farmhouse, and that's usually where we stayed, like a converted barn. And it was really cool in there. Now, before I go too much deeper, what I'm talking about too is I didn't really go through this at the start. So what happens to me is I get this like weird feeling that something is amiss. Like something is around that doesn't want me there. Now, to put this in perspective, when we were in the barn, like it was a little spooky scary, you know, a creepy little barn at night, but it was so cool. And like, you know, I didn't feel anything. It was just like a cool, that's the normal creepy vibe I got as a kid. The house, on the other hand, the house was a different story altogether. I did not want to go in there. Like, you know, when you're younger and you're like, well, I don't want to go into my friend's house because like I'm not allowed, or, you know, I want to ask permission, or even a family, like you go to these one rooms and that's the rooms you stay in. It was not that at all. I had no desire to be in this house. I only went in that house to use the bathroom, which I'll get into in a minute. Now this house it's in England, okay? So like old house, of course. And it was obviously like an estate. I don't know much about it. I didn't bother asking, but you know, it's definitely an old cottage. Has a lot of history. Outside there's a well, okay? Like right outside the front door is a well. That should put it into perspective for you. It was really cool, like terrifying to look down at, but it had all the safety features in it, so it was fine. And to also expand the story a little further, my cousin has dogs, right? And I can't remember the breed. They're the weird ones with like the little bug eyes, like the little small things. They have like floppy ears and bug eyes. I can't remember what they're called. Is there no timer here so I can't see how long I've been recording? What the hell? I'm gonna talk for like an hour and then have to make like a weird transition because there's no timer telling me. I tend to yap. So yeah, back on track. So they have dogs, right? So they're integral to the story. Yeah, other than that, just a regular family, you know, just chilling. So let me paint you a picture of the house as we go through, and I'll tell you as we go through. So, when you first walk in the door, it's like just a walkway. To the left is like the washroom where you have the dryer, the washer. You put your shoes there, and there's also a toilet in there. That's the bathroom we use when we're all hanging out in the yard, because we'd have barbecues and stuff. Fine, no feelings there whatsoever. You walk through, so it's kind of open plan. So forward and slightly to the right is the dining area, and it kind of sticks out of the back of the house, kind of like a weird oval window, not oval, half moon window thing. Like, it's all fancy. It's a little cubby dining area. No feelings there, fine. And across from that is the kitchen, right? Area's fine. Now, past the bathroom to the left, that is where it gets funky. Okay, so again, I have not said anything about this to anybody. I have kept it to myself. But to the left, we're just going to talk about the downstairs. Just make it easy. I'm going to take you on a tour. And I'll tell you about my experience at each area. So to the left. To the left. We'll just not really that important. To the left. Just turn your body. Turn your body so you're facing full to the left. Alright? Now to your new left. There's a big open window, like a big sliding glass window, and a television and a couch. All good. Now to your right. No bueno. Okay, so what happens here is I am spending a couple of nights in this house. I've never slept in the house before. I've only slept in the barn. Okay, so to your right is a play area. It's a little hard to explain. So, like, it's not really a play area, but that's where they kept the toys. And it was kind of like an L shape. Like, it went down right and then, like, jutted back diagonally against the house, but there's a wall. Like, it's kind of like a cupboard, but not. But down the bottom of that L is where I first felt I don't want to go down there. Like, at all. Like, I have... There's something... I have no business going down there. There's toys down there. It's cool. It's fun, right? No. No. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Like, Tails. Like, just being stupid, right? You're being stupid. Okay, so, fast forward. We're sitting, watching the television. It's getting dark. It's dark now. And the feeling has gotten so much worse. So, it's dark. I do not want to go to bed. I am like, can we just watch TV and hang out all night? Something is amiss. So we're sitting and watching the television and the dogs are there. I suddenly get the feeling, it's kind of like a manifest, there's something there. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like something is watching you and you have like the nervous tingly feeling like you're not wanted. Like, so, like, imagine someone is standing there staring at you like full on full on hard staring at you. That is what it feels like. It's so uncomfortable. And I just start to ignore it. Like, I'm trying to just watch the TV. Like, it's not there. I'm being stupid. But then the dogs start staring and growling at this one spot. And they bark. And they're like barking and growling. And like really like proper like at this thing. And I'm just like, okay. Y'all know how animals are, where they're more sensitive to things. So that was fun. So they yell at the dogs to stop and chill. And the feeling goes, like, slowly dies down. And the dogs calm down again. I'm like, alright, well that was super weird, but okay, you know. It's a creepy old house. Maybe I just got the creep vibes. Whatever. Take a deep breath and we'll all head to bed for the night. Whatever it was is gone anyway, so chill. So get up from the couch, head past the kitchen. I just want to briefly cover this. There is this one room that whenever I've been in there, it's in the back and you can just see this piano, right? And that is the one area whenever I've looked over there, I just don't want to go in there. Like, no, nothing to do with that room. I don't want to go into that back area at all, ever. There is something. So, briefly walking past that room really quickly to head to bed. Go up the stairs. Now, to paint a picture, of course, I said I'm here for 2 nights. So, the first night, well, I'm just going to say at the top of the stairs to your left, there is the room I stay in on the second night. Let's just carry on to the room I stay in the first night. We walk forward, head down a narrow corridor, and off to each side is every room. And of course, this corridor is creepy as fuck. Like, there is just something does not want us in this house. Alright, so I'm sleeping in my cousin's room, which I thought was weird. Like, okay, like sometimes, you know, when you stay at your friend's house, like you stay in their room. But like, I didn't really think anything of it because of that. So, but it was weird. Like, you think they would have put me in the guest room that she slept in, right? Right? So, I am in this room. I get this feeling again. I'm on my laptop and I'm just ignoring it. I'm like, this is not happening. This is whatever. I'm being dumb. It's just a creepy room. Whatever. I think I was playing Pokemon Rumble. It was that long ago. But anyway, fast forward to when I'm finally... It's like 4 a.m. I'm like, I need to sleep because we're doing shit tomorrow. I don't want to sleep. There is this weird scratching coming from that corner. Like, so again, perspective. I have since stayed in a new house in over here. It's like a newly built house, and there was an animal up there, and that's the scratching. I know how that sounds. This scratching was not like I've heard a mouse scratch before. It was different, okay? And that feeling never went away. So I'm just like, under the covers, whatever. I am not acknowledging this. Whatever does not want me in this room, please just let me sleep, leave me alone. I don't want to be here either. Okay, so we get through the night. Again, I want to state I have never said a word to anybody about any of this. I've kept it to myself, because even if I ran through to my parents, would they just look at me like I'm weird and tell me to go the fuck back to sleep? Of course. And my cousin is not the type to scare me, okay? Like, she chill. So, the next day, I said to her, do you have, like, mice in your room? Because, like, there was this weird scratching, and I had this horrible feeling, like, all night that something was there. And she's like, no, we don't have mice. I actually don't want to stay in there because that room is creepy as fuck. I'm like, thanks, bitch. What the fuck? So, like, she's like, yeah. So, yeah, I never stay in that room because it's, like, really, really creepy and weird stuff happens to me in there. So I sleep in the guest room. So, like, thanks for letting me sleep in your haunted-ass fucking room, I guess. And then she went on about how the hallway's weird, too, and she's seen a guy down the hall. I'm like, whatever. And then, of course, the subject of the thing downstairs came up, and she's like, yeah, I used to hate going in there as a kid. I would hate going down to that one area because something just felt weird. And she's like, the dogs will always bark at random corners in the room. I'm just like, okay. So the next night, I was like, I cannot sleep in there again, please. And most of the family had gone. So there was an extra room, and they put me in this other room, and she said to me, if you see anything, like the corner of a dog's tail, to worry about it. It's just the ghost of our dog. So I'm like, whatever. She's trying to scare me now. No shot. I was again on my laptop. I swear the corner of the sheet moved. And I ignored the fuck out of it. I was like, nope. Did not happen. If there's a dog in here, please just leave me the hell alone. I'm gonna go to sleep. So that is what I did. I slept much better in that room. That weird energy feeling I had wasn't really there. You know, other than that one thing, which I hope to God was just my imagination or the lighting in the room. I don't fuck know. No. So, yeah. Next day, I don't think I ever told them that I saw that. But the subject again came up of the piano room, but I said, all right, so, you know, all that stuff that happened. Like, I'm also vaguely remembering these conversations, but I know they were in this ballpark, obviously. And I said, so, like, all this stuff happens, right? Do you ever have a feeling anything with the piano room? She's like, I will not go in there. Like, that room is terrifying. Like, that room is, like, the most evil room in the house. And, of course, I don't know if this might be just to scare me. She'd be like, oh, the piano sometimes plays on its own. Like, I don't know. But still, the fact that she was literally backing up everything, and she has never been the type to scare me, and I can usually tell when people are fucking with me, but like there's no way, like, this I hadn't said anything, and then she was just like, oh yeah, this happens to me all the time, this house is like crazy, and I'm like, how do you live here, woman? And the fact, I don't know. Like I said, I'm the kind to kind of brush all this off. But when I have someone backing me up, and then I bring up these stories later in my chat, and people are like listening. Like, they're not like, oh my god, you're just like making it up. They're like, nah, I have similar stuff happen to me sometimes. It's like, I know the weird feeling you get when you're at a spooky place. Like, oh, it's a little creepy, I don't want to go down there, like, whatever. But there's a difference between that and, holy shit, something evil down there. Fuck no. I'm not doing that. Like, chills, like, it's so hard to explain. But I do have more stories. And I do enjoy sharing them if you're interested. Yeah, but that's what I've been thinking about tonight. And I thought it would make a fun video. So I figured I would tell the story since I can't sleep anyway. And everybody seemed to like my video about my weird dreams. So here's more spooky, scary experiences from Britland. There is a ton of spooky buildings in England and a ton of spooky experiences I have had, one of which that sticks in my mind very vividly is a dream that I had. I'm not gonna go into it now, but we went to this place, and I could swear to my mom that I had been there before. Actually, you know what? I'll just tell it now because it's pretty short. So, we went to this like museum. And it was like one of those interactive museums, and I was like showing my mom everything. She's like, how can you navigate this place? Like, we've never been here before. You've never been here before. I'm like, no. I was like dead ass, like, just dead sure I'd been here before. Like, this was real. I'm 100% sure this was real because this freaked my mom out. And I was so set on that I had bought this squishy cat thing, that I went home that night and I was looking for this thing for hours. And of course, it was real. I couldn't find it because it wasn't there. And then later, I had a similar dream that I swear was the same place, but probably not. Like, that is one of the creepiest things I cannot explain to this day. Like, I would rather not think too much about it. But look at it. I have stories, man. um. Does the happy music make it better? That's why I have it on, because I'm literally sitting at home alone right now with lights on, and the happy music is the only thing keeping me safe. Like, it freaks me out to talk about it, but you know, it's in the past and there's more. So like I said, if you guys wanna find out more, I guess all I can say is, come little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come little children, the time's come to play in my garden of shadows. Fun fact, I grew up near a graveyard. Bye!